Hey, I was just wanting to do a quick reading for you because I'm feeling a bit better from having to lay on my sides and just have my head down for a while. My neck feels a lot better. Um, I'm so glad. Anyway, I want to do a quick reading for you to see if the Dems are going to get more of a backbone. Are they going to, in the relatively near future, um, get some teeth? Can we expect to see them take up a new game plan because they desperately need to? Just turn this up. Okay. So will the Dems get a backbone and stand up the way that they should to the Republican Party that just is allowed to play by a different set of rules than if the Democrats were doing what the Republicans were? I'm telling you, if Obama had started selling Bibles and um, or Biden, there would have been outrage, especially by the Bible Belt in the South. They need to think about that. So, will the Dems finally realize that they need to get some teeth and get people leading that have those teeth? I want to see the future of the Democratic Party. Is it going to be a party that is more of a fighter? And it's not that they weren't fighting, but the problem is they didn't get the message out really with some of the stuff that they were doing. I came to find that out here, in the last few days more about what they were. I was like, wow, I can't believe that they didn't, put that in the press more. It was just, it's just so disappointing. Anyway, let's see. Are they going to continue to disappoint, or are they going to get a backbone, a spine, teeth? See what we get. I ask my spiritual mentors to help me to read accurately and clearly. We get the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. I'm getting the King of Wands. Maybe these are, well, they're definitely, I think, highlighting two individuals, male and a female, water sign and a fire sign. And I'm wondering if the Queen of Cups isn't a Scorpio. Just something that came to me, but neither here nor there. And the King of Wands, I feel like these are, that this is highlighting two Dem folks in the party. They are not happy, or they are going to receive the message of how many of us are not happy with the performance, which with how things were run. And I think they already know it, because I think there's frustration from the looks of these cards. Already within the group, there's people that say, hey, we need to be more assertive. And I do. I think that there's those that are like, no, can't do that. So this is interesting. These two are very fed up with the situation. It looks like we have a partnership that just bored and uninspired, feel disconnected from the people and the Democratic Party. It just doesn't feel like it's aligned. And I think these two are a team that want to do something new with the party. They might already be in the party, and I tend to think they are probably already in the party with these two cards. But I see this male and this female team up, and it looks like they're on the same page, and they have an agreement. And there is justice. This is, to me, a decision to respond in a more rounded fashion to the, what is the provocation, shall we say. It's more a balanced approach. And it's also about making decisions and manifesting, creating, communicating, and getting the message out there, as I was just saying, and being orators, even I'm getting from this magician here. And they're able to follow through and actually manifest what they're talking about through, I believe, a more balanced, decisive, that's fair response. To me, it's a response that works because it's not out of alignment, so to speak, once again, to deal with the problem at hand. It has the ability to respond and to bring, I think, take action and bring people to account, because I think that they know that they're losing any and all respect for our criminal justice system. Which, what a joke, so disgusted. I think that the temperature has been taken, and if Dems don't know that, though, they will be, because if they're that out of touch, oof. But these two, I don't think are out of touch. These two look like they're trying to counter what has gone before with something new. And they're not happy with the results. They're not happy with the suggestions, the offers of how to deal with Republicans. And so I see these two being, this male and female, being very good, probably orators, manifestors, and they are just. They are just. There's that stagnant point, that crossroads, the need to make a choice, the need to do something, and they bring an offer. So I think these two, we're going to have once again, a pair, man and a woman, that come forward in the Democratic Party to bring forward something new that is offered in how they respond, brings more balance. That would be the overhaul it needs, or at least a bit of one, I think. And this is the slow, bureaucratic, I feel like, rule book, having to look over stuff and be very cautious, slow moving. And Two of Cups. To me, their energy, their proposal, their combined effort lands and it manifests. And it might take a bit of time, but if it's well received, maybe not quite as long. However, it does look like we do have a kind of a yes, in that in the relatively near future, it looks like we need to keep our eyes on the horizon for these two coming forward and announcing, bringing changes to the Democratic Party, or pushing for those. They're looking at the past and they're looking at the future, the past and the way forward, and looking for opportunity, I think, to pull this party back up, and move into the present time, not a past way of handling the other party or how things are done. They go into a new time where they are willing to take more risks, it looks like. Yes. And the answer is yes with the Ace of Swords and the Fool. They will. And they'll be more willing to push the envelope than they have. And they played it way too cautious, way too ultra conservative safe. This looks like some enthusiasm coming back amongst people for it. And we get another masculine card that is supporting this in the Democratic Party, I think. He'll be really happy. And he might join the other two. I feel like the other two, was the woman and the man. I think he's the other figure. So it'll be a woman and two men that looks like to me will kind of spearhead that movement or some kind of change. So that's interesting. And it looks like it's in the relatively, I did ask, near future. So will this change in the Democratic Party start as soon as possible? Is it already in the making? I mean, like, are these two already aware and thinking of bringing this forward? How far into the future is the change for the Democratic Party to become more aggressive, more assertive, rather? Well, I think it's right now. I think that they're in real time getting a call to the carpet, getting being held to account for their choices and how it's played out, by playing it too safe. So there's a greater awareness and a dropping of the scales from the eyes, so to speak, with judgment. And I think it's relatively soon with the Page of Swords. They've got the idea already. And, it's forming like, man, they're seeing how this played out. And I think it's very, very soon that these folks are going to emerge from not just thinking about it, but then, coming across one another with the idea and moving forward with that. So I think it could be this year and definitely into next for sure. I think it will be a movement that will begin this year because they've already, it looks like, understand, at least some people get it. If you think you might know who those three are, two men, earth sign and fire sign men, and a water sign female, drop it in the comments below. I'm so curious to see I'm just going to keep an open mind as sometimes I just like a surprise. But let's watch the horizon for that. And if you think you know, put in the comment below. All right, I will see you in tomorrow's live at 3. I've changed the time now for all lives. They will alternate still, but as for right now, but they will always be at 3 p.m. Make it easy. So there we go. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Bye.